What's up, guys? So today we got a question from a white belt who's been training for about 2 years and they're ready to quit. So check it out. Jay is the guy's name. Well, it's not his real name, but he goes by the alias of Jay. And Jay said he's been training. He's a former high school wrestler. He's done some karate in the past. Said that the karate was a little bit more like rough, not necessarily like the kata focused style. He trained about a year before COVID. After COVID, he kind of like started. He kind of got a little fearful of it, so he kind of laid off for a bit. Now he's back to training for about a year, and he's been pushing himself really hard. He's been trying to train as much as he possibly can, and he's been pushing himself. He says that he's done some competitions and all that stuff, and at this point, he's still a one-stripe white belt. Now, he's went to his coach and asked him what he needed to do, and his coach gave him a few things to focus on, and he's working at those things, a lot. But basically, his question comes down to, man, I'm at a total loss of what to do. How can I demonstrate to my coach that I'm worthy of a blue belt? I know belts are not everything, but for 2 years and one stripe, lots of question marks and exclamation points. So basically the question is, Jay, I'm 2 years in. How do I work and how do I get a damn blue belt? So, brother, thank you for the question. So check this out, man. I'm going to share two things with you. It may not be the answers you want to hear, but hopefully they help. But they're things that have been really useful to me, and they're also qualities of some of my best students, the students that rise to the highest levels, that have been with me the longest, and they're my best guys on the mats. So check this out. The first thing, one of the most important lessons that I've gotten from grappling, this includes high school wrestling, because again, high school wrestling doesn't even have belts, so this has to be a part of it, but also jiu-jitsu, is finding a love of doing it and having the reward be the thing that you're actually doing, right? So not the thing that you're going to get, but the actual thing you're doing in the moment. So, for me, like if someone came up to me and said, "Hey, Chewy, we are going to demote you to white belt, but you get to train," because here's my theory on this, right? Or here's my idea on this. We're all going to die someday, right? We're all going to break down and die. But if someone came up to me when my body was starting to fail and I couldn't train anymore, and they said, "Hey, listen, we're going to take away your black belt and demote you back down to white belt, but you get to train and be healthy for 20 more years," I'd exchange that in a heartbeat. I don't give a damn about that belt. The reward for me is training. That's what I like doing. I like being on the mats with everybody. I like sweating and pushing myself. I like trying new techniques out. I like freaking flopping and failing on myself and laughing about it. Even on vacation, like me and my wife, we had our honeymoon in Hawaii. And when I was there, I had to train at least once. I remember posting a picture. My wife posted a picture on Facebook and showed me training at this gym. And my family was like, "Nick, let yourself," by the way, Nick is my real name. It's not Chewy, right? Nicholas is my government name. But they were like, "Nick, enjoy your vacation." And I'm thinking to myself, I am enjoying my vacation. I like doing this. This isn't a chore for me. I love doing this. This is my reward. And so I think that you have to do something similar. You have to find a reward within the training of the day-to-day. It can't simply be in the stripes and the belts and all the things that you're going to get. It has to be like what you're doing then. And that's been one of the most powerful things I've gotten out of jiu-jitsu, that I've been able to translate in wrestling, that's been able to translate to all sorts of areas of my life where, like as a business owner, I've got to do all kinds of stuff and I've got to find some enjoyment out of it that has nothing to do with any sort of external reward or pat on the back that I'm going to get. And I even think, just off the top of my head, I think about things like doing nice things for people. It's one of those things where, people all the time, it's like they'll do something nice to someone and they immediately have to record it on their phone so they can show other people, "Hey, look what I did. I did a nice thing for someone. I got this homeless guy a burger. Look how cool I am," and they do it for that external gratification. I think about all the stuff that I've done for my students over the years, just as an example. I don't do it because I've never talked about any of it. I don't record it. Like I want to do it for the person. My reward for doing something nice to someone is to do it. That's the reward, right? And so that's the idea. You got to do it for the sake of it, doing it and doing a good job of it and enjoying that whole process. The other thing to maybe chew on, the other thing to consider is that when I think about my best students, the ones that have been with me the longest, the ones that have gotten the best, the ones that are the best roles in the gym, all of them, they don't really give a damn about the belts. Like, they like them, and everybody likes getting promoted. It's not a bad thing, right? It's a worthwhile thing to have accomplished, but they don't care. And sometimes they even jokingly, this is a trait I've noticed, they will jokingly say, "Keep the belt. I don't want that damn thing. Like, I'll just be the killer white belt, blue belt, whatever belt they are. Like, you can keep the damn belt. I don't care." Even with some of them, like me and the coaches at different times and different ones have played jokes on them where one of our guys got promoted to blue belt earlier this year or last year. And his stripes had fallen off, right? Now, this dude was tough as nails. But his and we all knew he was going to get promoted to blue belt, but his stripes had fallen off. So he was at one of the classes, and my other coaches, we were doing promotions, and they put 2 stripes on his belt, like to, basically, all right, you're a 4 striper now, because his stripes fell off. Well, he didn't get upset about it. He was like, well, all right, back to 4 stripes. I guess I need to make sure my damn stripes are on my belt, that kind of thing. And then afterwards, they promoted him to blue belt, but they played a good trick on him. He didn't get upset about it. However, I've seen other guys get really upset if it was promotion day and they were expecting a promotion, and then they didn't get it. I've had that happen before too. But again, quality-wise, all my best guys, they don't care. Women too. I say guys, I think everybody does in jiu-jitsu. We say guys is generally everyone. And so those are my 2 things to think about. If you're going to train jiu-jitsu, it's a long-term thing. Find the reward within the training, the day-to-day. And also just consider that, for me, all the best people that I've ever encountered don't give a damn about the belt. It happens. But for them, it's almost like this. Here's maybe an image to consider. It's like being on a road trip. You've got some friends with you. You got some music cranked up. You're all enjoying yourself. You're laughing. You're having a good time. It's bright and sunny outside. The road's smooth. You have the windows rolled down. The air is coming through. You see beautiful scenery or whatever is going on, and you're enjoying the trip. That's your training. The belts are just simply mile markers along the side. Every now and then the belts and the stripes pass. You're like, oh, hey, got a blue belt. Oh, hey, I got another stripe. Cool. You let them happen. Now, all that said, if you do in fact need a more structured approach where you're like, I need someone to tell me I need to have X amount of classes completed, and I need to memorize these techniques, and I need to do this belt test or whatever it is that you need, there are gyms that do that. And it could be good for you. I mean, I personally, I'm glad I didn't do a training like that. I'm glad I didn't. I like the old way, basically, because I think there's a lot of value to that. But there can be value to that too. And if that's what you want, you can maybe seek out a gym that is doing that. But again, if you're going to stick with your coach now, again, try to focus on what they said to work on, and from there, trying to find a love for the training that you're doing day to day. And Jay, thank you for the question, brother. Hopefully that helps. Talk to you guys next time.